The story begins with a strong man named Finist and his apprentice, Annie at the time. The two were deep in the forest, hunting a massive wild boar that had been destroying villagers' crops. The villagers were fed up with this creature. Even in front of such a dangerous beast, Finist didn't flinch. He told Annie, "Everyone sees me as a hero. If I can't stop this boar, what will be left of my reputation?" He grabbed his weapon and attacked the boar, but the light strikes barely affected it. Annie jumped in to help, stabbing the boar, but his weapon ended up stuck in its snout, waking it from its slumber. The boar, now furious, charged at Annie, but Finist leapt in front to protect him. Despite giving it his all, Finist couldn't hold the beast back. With a small shove, the boar sent Finist flying through the air, only for him to come crashing down right on top of it. Seizing the moment, Annie threw a rope toward Finist. Once Finist grabbed it, the boar suddenly began floating into the air. He tied the rope around its wings and horns, bringing it under his control. Soon, Finist was flying the creature back to the village. When the villagers saw the mighty beast obeying Finist, they erupted in cheers. Among the crowd was a witch named Baba Yaga, who challenged Finist. "If you're truly that strong, prove it. There's a huge rock blocking the stream in front of my home. Move it." Finist laughed, saying he'd faced far greater dangers, and this was nothing. But Yaga refused to believe him without proof, and the crowd burst into laughter. Humiliated, Finist stormed home, burning with anger. He wanted to restore his honor and prove his strength once again. Annie suggested a way. There was a tower where a monster had imprisoned a beautiful princess. Legend said that defeating the beast and freeing her would make a man famous across the world. Finist agreed immediately. That night, they set out for the tower. When they arrived, they saw other warriors there already. These men weren't after fame. They wanted to marry the princess themselves. They asked Finist who should wed her if they all worked together to kill the monster. Finist replied, "I don't want the princess. I just want my name remembered." Privately, he told Annie he wanted to face the monster alone and wouldn't wait until morning. Sneaking in through a window, he found the princess. She asked, "Have you come here to die too?" He answered, "No, I'm here to save you." But she ran off deeper inside, hiding behind a pillar. Suddenly, a snake attacked Finist. He fought back, only to realize it wasn't a normal snake. It was the tail of the monster he had come to fight. He attacked ferociously, but nothing worked. Finally, he grabbed the snake's mouth with his bare hands, trying to tear it open, but the serpent spat into his eyes, blinding him instantly. Even blind, Finist didn't give up. Feeling around with his feet, he found his weapon and struck again. But the monster vanished. Finist's blows shook the tower so hard it began to collapse. The noise woke the other warriors, who rushed in, but found neither princess nor monster, only Finist buried under rubble. When Annie learned his master was blind, he took him home. Unable to see, Finist grew bitter and short-tempered. Annie sought Baba Yaga's help, but she refused. After all, Finist had once refused to help her. Hearing this made Finist even more miserable. Time passed. Annie stopped visiting. Finist struggled to do even the simplest tasks, fetching food, defending himself from children who stole his fruit. Eventually, his money ran out, and he resorted to eating rotten market scraps. One day, Baba Yaga passed by and dropped some food into his basket. Before they could speak, raiders attacked the village. Even blind, Finist could hear the screams and chaos. When the raiders reached him, he struck back by sound alone, taking down multiple attackers. One threw a rope at him, but Finist caught it, yanked the man from his horse, and beat him. But more raiders attacked from behind, knocking him unconscious. When he woke, he was on a ship, bound by his neck and wrists. Baba Yaga and many villagers were also prisoners. Annie, however, was free to move. He told them he had convinced the raiders he was on their side. Annie had stolen a golden lamp from the raiders, claiming he would sell it for a fortune. When he rubbed it clean, a genie appeared, startling everyone, including Annie. A raider arrived, but the genie killed him instantly. Annie, unnerved, ordered the genie back into the lamp. Soon, the ship reached Arabia. The captives were put up for sale as slaves. A masked man bought Finist, Baba Yaga, and Annie, taking them to his palace. Inside, they saw robots doing the work. Removing his mask, the man revealed he was a scientist who had built them himself, and freed slaves instead of keeping them. Finist told him about losing his sight. The The scientist offered him a special pair of goggles. Restoring his vision, he explained that magic harmed the world, and he was building machines to destroy magical beings. To prove it, he produced the genie's lamp, activated his device, and sucked the genie inside, erasing it. That night, he learned of a monster in the nearby mountains, with a lion's head and snake's tail. Finist recognized it instantly as the creature that had blinded him and demanded to go along. The scientist agreed, giving him a gadget that could trap the beast alive. Using a flying craft, they reached the cave. Finist lured the monster out but knocked himself unconscious by hitting a tree. Baba Yaga activated the trap, capturing it. During their journey back, Finist heard a woman's voice from the cage. Ignoring Baba Yaga's warning, he opened it. It was the same princess. Yaga realized the truth. The princess was the monster. The princess explained she was cursed to transform if touched by a man, but she only attacked in self-defense. Back at the palace, they discovered the scientist was secretly draining magic from innocent creatures to power his robots and extend his own life. Baba Yaga confronted him, calling him a liar. The scientist, enraged, vowed to kill anyone who knew his secret. He captured the princess to drain her magic. Finist, tied up, deliberately touched her so she transformed into the monster, breaking her chains and escaping. Baba Yaga freed Finist, and together they fled. The scientist pursued them in a massive turtle-shaped robot, using a device to drain Baba Yaga's magic. Despite losing his vision again when his goggles fell, Finist climbed onto the robot while Yaga guided him verbally. The monster princess returned, scaring the scientist. Finist wrapped chains around the robot's neck and flipped it over, spilling all the stolen magical chemicals. The scientist tried to fly away using magic wings, but they failed, and he fell into the chemicals, dying instantly. Finist collapsed from exhaustion. The princess, in tears, believed she'd lost him. But when her tears touched his eyes, his vision returned permanently. Finist confessed his love, but the princess refused to stay with him due to her curse. He returned to the village, still longing for her. Later, Baba Yaga discovered the curse's origin and a way to break it, hinting that their next mission would be to free the princess. But that, she said, was a story for the next part.